There are few places in Europe that feel as grand and historically rich as Austria. Tucked right in the heart of the continent, this is a country where every cobblestone street seems to whisper tales of emperors, composers, and artists. From the soaring Alps to the gentle flow of the Danube, Austria is a symphony of breathtaking landscapes and even more breathtaking architecture. It's a place where imperial palaces stand proudly, not as sterile museums, but as living testaments to a powerful and opulent past. The air itself seems to hum with the melodies of Mozart and the bold ideas that shaped modern thought. This isn't just a country of pretty pictures, it's a cultural powerhouse. The legacy of the Habsburg Empire is everywhere, in the magnificent buildings they commissioned and the vast art collections they amassed. But Austria's story is so much more than just emperors and empresses. It's a story of innovation, from the world's first salt mines in Hallstatt to the philosophical debates that unfolded in Vienna's coffee houses. It's a land that truly rewards the curious traveler, inviting you to look beyond the surface and connect with centuries of human history. In this video, we're going on a grand tour together. We'll explore 15 of the most iconic and culturally significant historic sites across Austria. I want to guide you through these amazing places, sharing the stories and details that bring them to life. We'll wander through gilded halls, climb ancient fortress walls, and cruise along the scenic Danube. So grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's embark on a journey through the very soul of Austria. I think you're going to love it. Our journey begins in Vienna, a city that was the glittering capital of a vast empire. And there's no better place to feel that imperial splendor than at the Belvedere Palace. It's not just one palace, but two magnificent Baroque structures, the Upper and Lower Belvedere, connected by a stunning terraced garden. As you walk up the gentle slope, with fountains burbling and statues of sphinxes looking on, you can just imagine the high society of the 18th century strolling these very grounds. The palace was built as a summer residence for Prince Eugene of Savoy, a brilliant military commander who was as much a patron of the arts as he was a strategist on the battlefield. The architecture here is pure Baroque joy. It's all about grand gestures, dramatic flair, and a sense of movement and emotion. Look at the facades, with their intricate carvings and heroic statues. The Upper Belvedere in particular was designed to impress, a showpiece of wealth and power. Inside, it's a treasure trove. This is where you'll find the world's most important collection of Austrian art, tracing the country's creative spirit from the Middle Ages to the present day. It's a powerful walk through Austria's cultural identity, all under one very ornate roof. Of course, the star of the show for many visitors is Gustav Klimt's The Kiss. Seeing it in person is an experience that photos just can't capture. The gold leaf shimmers, drawing you into this intimate, transcendent moment. It's more than just a painting. It's a national icon, a symbol of Viennese modernism and the city's golden age around 1900. But don't just rush to see The Kiss. Spend time with the other works by Klimt, Schiele, and Kokoschka. They tell the story of a society on the brink of profound change, grappling with new ideas about art, psychology, and life itself. The Belvedere is also a place of great historical significance. It was in the Marble Hall of the Upper Belvedere in 1955 that the Austrian State Treaty was signed. This document re-established Austria as a free, independent, and democratic country after a decade of Allied occupation following World War II. Standing in that room, you can feel the weight of that moment. It's a powerful reminder that these beautiful buildings are not just relics of the past. They are stages where the ongoing story of a nation continues to unfold. Leaving Vienna behind, we travel south to Graz, Austria's second-largest city and a place with a distinctly more relaxed, almost Mediterranean vibe. Here, on the city's outskirts, we find a truly unique masterpiece, Eggenberg Palace, or Schloss Eggenberg. From the outside, it looks like a handsome, symmetrical palace, but its design holds a fascinating secret. This entire building is an architectural allegory of the universe, a complex cosmological puzzle built to reflect the philosophical and scientific understanding of its time. It's a palace designed to be read like a book. The palace was commissioned in the 17th century by Prince Hans Ulrich von Eggenberg, an advisor to the Holy Roman Emperor. He was a man deeply fascinated by astronomy, astrology, and the search for cosmic harmony. The The palace's very structure is a calendar in stone. It has 365 windows for the days of the year, 52 doors for the weeks, 24 staterooms for the hours in a day, and 4 corner towers representing the 4 seasons. Walking through it, you feel like you're moving through time and space itself, which was exactly the prince's intention. The heart of this cosmic design is the magnificent planetary room. As you step inside, you're surrounded by a dizzying cycle of paintings depicting the 7 classical planets, as they were known then, and the 12 signs of the zodiac. It's a Baroque masterpiece of art and symbolism, designed to show the interconnectedness of the cosmos and its influence on earthly affairs. The artists created a theatrical, immersive experience that was meant to overwhelm the senses and elevate the mind. It's one of the most intellectually ambitious and artistically stunning rooms in all of Europe. Eggenberg Palace is a key reason why the historic centre of Graz is a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site. It represents a perfect fusion of art and science, a testament to an era when the two were not seen as separate disciplines, but as intertwined paths to understanding the universe. Exploring this palace isn't just about admiring beautiful rooms, it's about stepping into the mindset of the 17th century, a time of immense intellectual curiosity and a belief in a divinely ordered, harmonious world. It's a thought-provoking and utterly beautiful experience. Now we head west, deep into the heart of the Alps, to the charming city of Innsbruck. Surrounded by towering snow-capped peaks, Innsbruck has always been a critical crossroads. And right in the heart of its medieval old town, you'll find its most famous landmark, a site that glitters and shines like a jewel. The Goldene Stachel, or Golden Roof. It's not a whole roof, but an ornate balcony covered with 2,657 fire-gilded copper tiles that shimmer in the alpine sun. It's impossible to miss and absolutely captivating. This opulent loggia was built around the year 1500 by Emperor Maximilian I. Maximilian was a master of public relations, and he wanted to create a symbol of his power and wealth that would impress locals and visiting dignitaries alike. He used this balcony as a royal box, a place where he and his court could sit in splendor and watch tournaments, parades, and other festivities in the square below. It was pure political theater, designed to project an image of imperial magnificence right in the center of his beloved Tyrolean capital. As you stand in the square and look up, take a moment to appreciate the details. The balustrade is covered in intricate carved reliefs. You can see depictions of the emperor himself, his 2 wives, court jesters, and strange mythical creatures. It's a fascinating glimpse into the courtly life and symbolism of the late Gothic period. The original reliefs are preserved in the museum inside the building, but the copies on the exterior give you a wonderful sense of the original effect. It was meant to be a storybook in stone and gold. Today, the Golden Roof is the undeniable symbol of Innsbruck. It's on every postcard, and it's the focal point for any visitor exploring the old town. Standing beneath it, with the colourful medieval facades of the surrounding buildings on one side and the dramatic wall of mountains on the other, is an essential Austrian experience. It perfectly captures the blend of imperial history and stunning natural beauty that makes this part of the country so special. It's a small structure, but it tells a very big story about an emperor's ambition and a city's pride. From the imperial cities, we now journey to what many consider one of the most beautiful lakeside villages in the world, Hallstatt. Tucked between the shore of a glassy lake and a steeply rising mountain, Hallstatt is almost impossibly picturesque. The 16th century alpine houses seem to cling to the hillside, their reflections shimmering in the water below. It's a scene so perfect it almost doesn't look real. For many, this is the quintessential image of Alpine Austria, a fairy tale village brought to life, but Hallstatt's beauty is matched by its incredible history. This village owes its existence to one precious commodity: salt. High in the mountains above the town are the world's oldest salt mines, which have been in operation for an astonishing 7,000 years. This white gold made the region incredibly wealthy in prehistoric times. In fact, an entire Iron Age culture, the Hallstatt culture, is named after the archaeological treasures found here. It's humbling to think that while great empires rose and fell, this small community was consistently, quietly mining salt. A visit here is a 2-part experience. First, you must explore the village itself. Wander through the narrow, winding streets, soak in the atmosphere of the market square, and climb up to the parish church for that classic postcard view from its cemetery. Then, take the funicular railway up the mountain to the salt mines. The tour takes you deep inside the earth, along miners' slides and past a subterranean salt lake. You'll learn about the back-breaking work and ingenious techniques used by generations of miners. It gives you a profound appreciation for the source of the village's long-standing prosperity. It's no surprise that the entire Hallstatt-Duckstein/Salzkammergut cultural landscape is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's recognized for its dramatic natural beauty and its millennia-long history of salt production, which has shaped both the landscape and the culture of the region. Standing on the Skywalk viewing platform, 350 meters above the village, looking out over the lake and the surrounding peaks, you get a sense of the timelessness of this place. Hallstatt is a powerful reminder that some of the world's most important stories come from its smallest and most beautiful corners. Perched high on a hill, dominating the skyline of Salzburg, is the magnificent Hohensalzburg Fortress. This is one of the largest and best preserved medieval castles in all of Europe. It's a formidable statement of power, a stone guardian that has watched over the city for more than 900 years. You can see it from almost anywhere in Salzburg, a constant reminder of the power of the prince archbishops who once ruled this independent state. Taking the modern funicular or making the steep, rewarding walk up to the top is an essential part of any visit to the city. The fortress was first built in 1077 and was expanded over the centuries by a succession of powerful and often paranoid prince archbishops. They wanted a safe refuge, a place to retreat in times of conflict. And it worked. The fortress was never conquered by foreign troops. As you walk through its gates and into its courtyards, you're stepping back into the Middle Ages. The thick walls, the watchtowers, the armories, it all feels incredibly authentic. You can almost hear the clang of armor and the shouts of the guards. Exploring the fortress is an adventure in itself. There are several museums inside, including a fascinating puppet museum and a museum dedicated to the history of the fortress and the city. But the real highlights are the lavishly decorated staterooms of the prince archbishops. The Golden Hall and the Golden Chamber, with their intricate wood carvings and gilded ceilings, show that this was more than just a military installation. It was also a luxurious residence designed to showcase immense wealth and status. It's a stark contrast to the fortress's rugged exterior. Of course, one of the main reasons to come up here is for the view. From the ramparts, you are treated to an absolutely breathtaking 360-degree panorama. You can see the entire old town of Salzburg spread out below you, with its church spires and elegant squares. You can follow the path of the Salzach River as it winds through the city and out into the countryside. And in the distance, the majestic peaks of the Alps provide a stunning backdrop. It's the best viewpoint in Salzburg, a place where you can truly appreciate the beauty of the city of Mozart and its dramatic alpine setting. We return to Vienna to explore the epicenter of imperial power for over 600 years, the Hofburg Palace. This isn't just a single palace. It's a massive, sprawling complex of buildings that grew over the centuries. Each emperor seemed to add a new wing, a new courtyard, or a new facade, resulting in a fascinating mix of architectural styles, from Gothic to Renaissance to Baroque and beyond. For centuries, this was the home and workplace of the Habsburgs, one of the most powerful dynasties in European history. To walk through its gates is to step into the heart of an empire. The complex is so vast that you could spend days exploring it. Today it houses the office of the Austrian president, the famous Spanish riding school, and several world-class museums. For most visitors, the main attraction is the imperial apartments. This is where Emperor Franz Joseph and his enigmatic wife, Empress Elizabeth, better known as Sisi, lived and worked. The rooms are preserved much as they were, offering an intimate and fascinating glimpse into the public and private lives of the last great Habsburg monarchs. It's a world of strict court etiquette, immense responsibility, and personal tragedy. Connected to the apartments is the Sisi Museum. This is not a typical royal museum. It's a deeply personal and often poignant exploration of the life of Empress Elizabeth. Through her personal belongings, poems, and portraits, the museum deconstructs the myth of the fairy tale empress and reveals a complex, restless, and ultimately tragic figure who felt trapped by the rigid constraints of court life. It's a very modern museum in its approach, focusing on the psychology of its subject, and it provides a powerful counterpoint to the imperial grandeur that surrounds it. Finally, no visit to the Hofburg is complete without seeing the imperial treasury, or Schatzkammer. Here, you'll find an astonishing collection of jewels and regalia, including the crown of the Holy Roman Empire and the Austrian imperial crown. These are not just sparkly objects, they are symbols of immense power and centuries of history. Seeing these treasures and then walking through the apartments where the people who wore them lived gives you a profound sense of the scale and longevity of the Habsburg dynasty. The Hofburg isn't just a building, it's the autobiography of an empire written in stone. Just as the Habsburgs had their main power base in Vienna, they also maintained important regional residences. And in the Alpine capital of Innsbruck, we find another Hofburg, or imperial palace. While not as sprawling as its Viennese counterpart, the Innsbruck Hofburg is a magnificent and historically significant building in its own right. Its clean, white facade and giant green dome are a landmark of the city, standing proudly at the edge of the old town. This was the seat of the rulers of Tyrol for centuries, and it played a key role in the Habsburgs' consolidation of power. The palace we see today is largely the result of a major 18th century renovation by Empress Maria Theresa. She transformed the original late Gothic and Renaissance castle into a grand Baroque and Rococo residence, bringing the Viennese style to the Alps. She wanted a palace that was fitting for the marriage of her son, Leopold II, which was to be celebrated in Innsbruck. Tragically, her husband, Emperor Francis I, died unexpectedly during the festivities, and the room where he passed away was converted into a solemn chapel, which you can still visit today. The highlight of a tour through the palace is the magnificent Giant's Hall, or Riesensaal. This grand ballroom is a masterpiece of Rococo design, with a stunning ceiling fresco and life-size portraits of Empress Maria Theresa's 16 children, including a young Marie Antoinette. It's a dazzling display of imperial family propaganda, designed to showcase the power and fertility of the dynasty. Standing in this hall, you can easily imagine the lavish balls and receptions that took place here, with the Alpine peaks visible through the large windows. Visiting the Innsbruck Hofburg provides a fascinating contrast to the palace in Vienna. It feels more intimate, more connected to its regional identity and its dramatic mountain setting. It tells the story of the powerful Counts of Tyrol and how their domain was absorbed into the larger Habsburg Empire. It's a reminder that the empire wasn't a monolith ruled from Vienna, but a complex tapestry of different lands and histories, each with its own proud capital and its own imperial palace. It's a key piece of the Austrian historical puzzle. Just a short trip from Vienna, overlooking the Danube River, stands the imposing Klosterneuburg Abbey. This place is a fascinating blend of the sacred and the secular, a working monastery that is also a treasure house of art and a major wine producer. Founded in the 12th century, the abbey has been a spiritual and cultural center for over 900 years. Its mix of medieval and grand Baroque architecture tells the story of its long and prosperous history. One part looks like a fortress from the age of Crusades, while another looks like a palace fit for an emperor. The abbey's story is tied to a legend. It's said that Margrave Leopold III founded the monastery on the spot where he found the veil of his wife Agnes, which had been carried away by the wind years earlier. Leopold would later become the patron saint of Austria, and the abbey became a major pilgrimage site. The original Romanesque and Gothic structures are still visible, giving the place a powerful sense of age and continuity. But it was in the 18th century that the abbey got its most ambitious addition, a massive Baroque wing designed to be a secular residence for the Holy Roman Emperor, a kind of Austrian Escorial. The undisputed artistic treasure of Klosterneuburg is the Verdun altar. Created in 1181 by the artist Nicholas of Verdun, this is one of the most important works of enamel art from the Middle Ages. It consists of 51 gilded copper plates depicting scenes from the Old and New Testaments in stunning detail and vibrant color. The craftsmanship is simply breathtaking. It was originally the front of a pulpit, but was later repurposed into a winged altarpiece. To see it today is to come face to face with the deep faith and incredible artistic skill of the 12th century. Beyond the art and architecture, Klosterneuburg has another claim to fame. It is home to the oldest winery in Austria. The Augustinian canons have been producing wine here since the abbey's founding in 1114. The vast Baroque cellars extend 4 stories deep beneath the abbey complex. Taking a tour and tasting the wine is a wonderful way to connect with a living tradition that is as old as the abbey itself. Klosterneuburg is a place where history, art, faith, and the fruit of the vine all come together in a uniquely Austrian way. Continuing our journey along the Danube, we arrive at a site that is guaranteed to take your breath away, Melk Abbey. Perched dramatically on a rocky outcrop overlooking the river and the Wachau Valley, Melk is the epitome of high Baroque architecture. Its twin towers and massive dome, all in a distinctive golden yellow, are a landmark for miles around. It doesn't look like a monastery. It looks like a celestial palace that has descended to Earth. It's one of the most stunning and harmonious architectural ensembles in the world. The Benedictine Abbey has been here for over 900 years, but the building we see today is the result of a complete reconstruction in the early 18th century. The abbot at the time wanted to create a building that was a glorious tribute to God and a symbol of the church's triumph. The result is a masterpiece of theatricality and grandeur. As you walk through the series of imperial courtyards and up the grand staircase, you feel like you're on a pilgrimage, progressing from the earthly to the divine. Every detail is designed to inspire awe and elevate the spirit. The 2 highlights of any visit are the library and the church. The library is a sanctuary for the mind, a magnificent hall with a stunning ceiling fresco by the master Paul Troger. It contains thousands of priceless medieval manuscripts, but it's the room itself that mesmerizes. It feels like a celebration of knowledge and the Enlightenment. From the library, a spiral staircase leads you to the Abbey Church. If the library was for the mind, the church is for the soul. It is an explosion of gold, marble, and vibrant frescoes, all working together to create a vision of heaven on earth. It's almost overwhelming in its beauty. The Abbey's terrace offers one of the great views in Austria. From here you can look down on the town of Melk, the flowing Danube, and the beginning of the Wachau Valley. It's a view that connects the Abbey's spiritual and cultural significance with the beautiful natural landscape that surrounds it. Melk Abbey is more than just a beautiful building. It is an experience, a journey into the heart of the Baroque imagination, and a testament to the enduring power of faith and art. It is, without a doubt, a must-see on any trip to Austria. We're back in Salzburg, the city of music, but this time we're on the other side of the river from the old town. Here we find the lovely Mirabell Palace and its famous gardens. The palace itself is beautiful, but it's the gardens that truly steal the show. They are a masterpiece of Baroque landscape design, a perfectly symmetrical world of patterned flower beds, mythological statues, and playful fountains. This is one of the most beloved public parks in Austria, a place where locals and tourists alike come to stroll, relax, and soak in the beauty. The palace has a romantic, almost scandalous origin story. It was built in 1606 by the powerful Prince Archbishop Wolf Dietrich von Reichenau, not for matters of state, but as a lavish residence for his beloved mistress, Salome Alt, and their 15 children. He named it Altenau in her honor. Later, a successor, embarrassed by this public display of affection, renamed it Mirabell, which roughly translates to admirable beauty. But the story of its origin as a palace built for love has always lingered. The gardens are laid out with geometric precision, designed to be an extension of the palace itself. As you wander, you'll discover wonderful little details. There's the Pegasus Fountain, the grand fountain surrounded by statues representing the 4 elements, and the charming dwarf garden with its collection of quirky and grotesque marble statues. It's all designed to be a feast for the eyes, a kind of outdoor theatre set. And of course, for millions of people around the world, these gardens are instantly recognizable as a key filming location from The Sound of Music, where Maria and the Von Trapp children famously sang Do Re Mi. Inside the palace, the undisputed highlight is the Marble Hall. This is considered one of the most beautiful concert halls in the world. It's a vision in white and gold with cherubs and intricate stucco work everywhere. The acoustics are phenomenal. It's said that a young Mozart and his sister Nannerl once performed for the Prince Archbishops in this very room. Today, it's a popular venue for weddings and classical concerts. To attend a concert here is to experience Salzburg's musical heritage in the most elegant and intimate of settings. You can't talk about Salzburg without talking about its most famous son, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and to truly connect with his story, you have to visit the two homes that shaped his formative years. Our first stop is in the heart of the Old Town, on the bustling Getreidegasse. Here, at number 9, is a bright yellow building known as Mozart's birthplace, or Geburtshaus. It was in a modest, middle-class apartment on the 3rd floor that the musical prodigy was born in 1756 and lived for the first 17 years of his life. Walking through these rooms is a deeply moving experience. The floors creak under your feet, the ceilings are low, it feels incredibly authentic. The museum inside displays objects from his childhood, his first violin, his clavichord, portraits, letters, and early compositions. You can almost imagine the sounds of a young Wolfgang practicing, composing, and filling this small apartment with extraordinary music. It's here that you get a sense of the boy behind the genius, a child of incredible talent growing up in a bustling family home. Just a short walk across the river is the Mozart residence, or Wohnhaus. The family moved here in 1773 when they needed more space. The apartment in the birthplace had simply become too small for their needs and for hosting musical gatherings. This building was heavily damaged by a bomb in World War II, but it has been meticulously reconstructed. It gives you a sense of Mozart as a young man, a court musician who was beginning to feel constrained by Salzburg and was dreaming of a bigger stage. This museum focuses on his life and work during his Salzburg years. It has a more spacious, academic feel than the birthplace. A highlight here is the fortepiano on which Mozart composed many of his later works. The audio guide is excellent, playing excerpts of the music he wrote in these very rooms. Visiting both houses gives you a complete picture of his life in Salzburg, from the prodigious child in the cramped apartment to the ambitious young composer in the grander residence. It's an essential pilgrimage for any music lover. We're back in Graz, and this time we're heading up. Rising dramatically from the center of the city is the Schlossberg, which translates to Castle Hill. This tree-covered dolomite rock is the green heart of Graz, a beloved public park that was once the site of a formidable fortress. The fortress was so strong that it was never conquered, but it was largely demolished by Napoleon's troops in 1809 as a condition of a peace treaty. The citizens of Graz, however, loved their clock tower so much that they paid a hefty ransom to Napoleon to save it from destruction. Today, that clock tower, the Uhrturm, is the cherished symbol of the city. It's a charming, slightly quirky landmark. If you look closely at its face, you'll notice that the hands are reversed. The long hand points to the hours, and the short hand points to the minutes. This is because, originally, it only had an hour hand, and the minute hand was added later. It's a beloved local eccentricity. The tower and a nearby bell tower are the only major parts of the old fortress that remain. Getting to the top of the Schlossberg is part of the fun. You can take a leisurely, zigzagging path up the hill, climb a dramatic staircase carved into the rock face, or ride a futuristic lift that travels up through the center of the hill. Once you're at the top, you're rewarded with a peaceful oasis. It's a wonderful place to escape the city, with winding paths, shady benches, and lovely gardens. There are also several cafes and restaurants, making it a perfect spot to relax and enjoy the view. And what a view it is! From the various viewpoints on the Schlossberg, you get a stunning panorama of Graz's old town, with its sea of red-tiled roofs. You can trace the curve of the Mur River and see how the city spreads out into the surrounding countryside. It's the best place to appreciate the layout and beauty of this UNESCO World Heritage City. The Schlossberg is more than just a park with a nice view. It's a place that is deeply connected to the city's history and its identity, a symbol of civic pride and resilience. No tour of Austria's imperial sites would be complete without a visit to the magnificent Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna. If the Hofburg was the serious administrative center of the empire, Schönbrunn was its glorious summer playground. This vast 1,441-room Baroque palace was the preferred residence of the Habsburg monarchs from the 18th century until the end of the empire in 1918. Its distinctive yellow facade is recognized around the world as a symbol of Vienna's imperial past. The palace we see today was largely shaped by the formidable Empress Maria Theresa in the mid-18th century. She transformed it into the ceremonial and family heart of the dynasty. A tour of the staterooms takes you through a world of incredible opulence and Rococo charm. You'll see the Hall of Mirrors, where a 6-year-old Mozart performed for the Empress, and the Great Gallery, a vast gilded hall that was the setting for imperial banquets and balls. It's also where Emperor Franz Joseph was born and where he spent his final days, working tirelessly at his desk. But Schönbrunn is much more than just the palace building. It's set within a massive park and gardens that are a destination in their own right. The gardens are a perfect example of French formal design, with meticulously clipped hedges, grand avenues, and mythological statues. It was meant to be a demonstration of man's control over nature, a symbol of the emperor's absolute power. You could spend a whole day exploring the grounds, discovering hidden fountains, Roman ruins, which are actually romantic 18th century follies, and the world's oldest zoo. The crowning glory of the park is the Gloriette, a magnificent triumphal arch perched on a hill overlooking the palace. It was built to commemorate a Habsburg military victory. Climbing up to the Gloriette is a must. The walk is beautiful, and the reward is one of the most iconic views in all of Vienna. You look down over the formal gardens, the immense yellow palace, and the entire city stretching out towards the Vienna woods. Schönbrunn is a total work of art, a place where architecture, nature, and history come together to create an unforgettable imperial experience. In the very heart of Vienna, standing as a powerful anchor amidst the bustling modern city, is St. Stephen's Cathedral, or Stephansdom. This is more than just a church. It is the soul of Vienna. For centuries, it has been the city's focal point, witnessing imperial weddings, funerals, and the daily lives of countless Viennese. Its soaring Gothic spire is the city's most beloved landmark, a constant presence on the skyline that has watched over Vienna through triumph and tragedy. The cathedral is a masterpiece of Gothic architecture built over several centuries. Its most striking feature is its massive south tower, affectionately nicknamed Steffel by the Viennese. You can climb its 343 steps for a dizzying, unforgettable view from the watchman's room. But perhaps the cathedral's most unique feature is its ornately patterned tile roof. Over 230,000 glazed tiles form a colourful mosaic, including the double-headed eagle of the Habsburg Empire on one side and the coats of arms of Vienna and Austria on the other. It's a spectacular sight, especially when it catches the sun. Stepping inside is like entering another world. The noise of the city fades away, replaced by a sense of hushed reverence. The vast, high-vaulted interior is awe-inspiring. Light filters through the stained glass windows, illuminating centuries of art and history. Look for the magnificent stone pulpit, carved by a master craftsman in the early 16th century. It's a work of incredible intricacy, with portraits of the forefathers of the church, and a small self-portrait of the artist peeking out from a window under the stairs. The cathedral also has a darker, more mysterious side. You can take a tour of the catacombs, a labyrinth of underground passages that house the remains of thousands of Viennese, as well as urns containing the internal organs of many Habsburg rulers. It's a macabre but fascinating glimpse into the city's past. St. Stephen's was heavily damaged in the final days of World War II, but the people of Vienna rallied to rebuild it, a powerful symbol of their city's resilience. To visit St. Stephen's is to connect with the very heart and history of Vienna. For our final destination, we leave the cities behind and immerse ourselves in one of Europe's most beautiful river landscapes, the Wachau Valley. This 24-mile stretch of the Danube River between the towns of Melk and Krems is so special that it's been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a magical landscape where nature and human history have intertwined for centuries. Taking a river cruise or cycling along the riverbank is the perfect way to experience its gentle, romantic beauty. The valley is characterized by steep, terraced hillsides covered in vineyards and apricot orchards. This is one of Austria's most famous wine regions, known especially for its crisp, dry white wines like Gruner Veltliner and Riesling. The stone terraces that line the hills are a testament to centuries of hard work by local wine growers. In the spring, when the apricot trees are in bloom, the valley is a sea of white and pink blossoms. It's a landscape that changes beautifully with the seasons. Dotted along the riverbanks are charming historic towns and villages. The town of Dürnstein is a particular highlight. With its blue and white Baroque church tower and the romantic ruins of a castle perched on the hill above, it's an incredibly picturesque spot. It was in this castle that Richard the Lionheart of England was famously held for ransom in the 12th century. Wandering through Dürnstein's narrow, cobblestone streets feels like stepping back in time. The Wachau Valley is a perfect summary of so many of the things that make Austria wonderful. It has stunning natural beauty, a rich history filled with romantic legends, a vibrant culture of food and wine, and magnificent architecture. From the grand abbeys of Melk and Gottweig that bookend the valley to the countless small parish churches and ruined castles. It's a place to slow down, to savor the moment, and to appreciate the timeless beauty of the Danube. It's the perfect, peaceful conclusion to our grand Austrian tour. And so our journey through 15 of Austria's most incredible historic sites comes to an end. From the imperial grandeur of Vienna's palaces to the medieval might of Hohensalzburg Fortress, and from the prehistoric salt mines of Holstadt to the serene beauty of the Wachau Valley, we've seen how Austria's story is written in its landscapes and its architecture. Each of these places offers a unique window into the soul of this country, a chance to connect with the artists, emperors, composers, and everyday people who shaped its past and present. I truly hope this tour has inspired you. Austria is a country that rewards curiosity and invites you to linger. It's a place to not just see, but to experience. So as you plan your own travels, I encourage you to add some of these incredible sights to your list. Go climb the cathedral tower, wander through the palace gardens, and taste the wine from a monastic cellar. I promise you, it will be an unforgettable journey through a land that is as rich in culture as it is in beauty. It's a trip that will stay with you long after you've returned home. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed our tour, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more adventures. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these Austrian landmarks is your favorite, or which one are you most excited to visit? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring and travel with an open mind. Auf Wiedersehen!